We will be playing the Lost Prince scenario. The objective of this game is for each warband to get the prince off the board so they can get the booty. This is Prince Renard. He's a son of King George Decay. He missed the bus home after his stag party and woke up alone and naked. Linstead Limited is here to take him home as a taxi service, and both the Dark Elves and the Pirates are here for the booty, though they have different interpretations of the word. This is the board we'll be playing on, and we'll come back to you with deployment. For Matt's deployment, he's deployed his caravan to the left. All of his guys are together. For Jess's Dark Elves, she's got a crossbow guy here, some henchmen and a leader here, and these guys right here. And then for my pirates, I've set up here, going over the bridge. For an overview, you've got Matt's guys here, Jess's guys here, we've got my guys here. See who's got first turn. I'll be yellow, Matt will be purple, and Jess will be green. So it looks like I'll be going first. Before I start my turn, the prince has got to roll a d6 in a random direction. He'll be going that way 5. And he'll be ending his move here. All of my guys are going to run, leaving my guys on the bridge. The cart will be moving, and the pikeman and the horse will be running. That left the cart by there, with the pikeman next to him. And Corana ran up to here behind this wall. Mitten is going to try and shoot at the repeater crossbow guy over there. He is just out by a millimeter. One of the crossbow henchmen are going to fire instead because they have plenty of range. For long range and movement, he'll be hitting on a 5. He misses. He'll be also trying to. This time he misses as well. This group is going to run, as will this one, and this guy will be moving. The crossbow moved here. This group moved up here, as these guys did here, leaving them like that. The crossbow is going to declare to fire at the cart. It's just in range, and she's going to fire 2 shots at it. She needs 5 to hits. That is 2 hits because 6 and a 6. And now she needs a 6 to wound, is it? Okay, so roll to see what it hits. She rolled, and she got hit for 1. And she hits a draft animal, so I have to roll to wound against that. You do not wound it. Now it's back to the prince's move. He will be moving that way 4 inches, leaving him by there. Back to pirate's turn. All of my guys are going to run. This is where my guys ended up. For Matt's turn, his caravan is going to move. Pikeman's going to run, as is Corvana. This left his carriage by here. Pikeman there, and Corvana against the river. One of the crossbows is going to fire into the Dark Elf crossbow over there, with plenty of range. So it misses. The Noblar is going to fire now. Misses. Yep. And now the last crossbow. Misses. Both this group and this group are going to run, while that guy is going to try and climb up. They ended up by here inside the camp, and to see if this guy can climb, he does, leaving him by here. He's got an overview, the encampment, and the caravan. Now to see where the prince moves, he'll move that way 3 inches. And he seems to have moved towards my guys again. Turn. This boat swing is going to try and charge into this guy here. Not that guy there, that guy. And then the rest are going to run. The boat swing managed to get into combat with Kays. My leader, O'Malley, managed to get in base contact with the prince. One of my normal crews gone by here to intercept any charges I might get, as well as this other boat swing. The rest of my guys have set themselves up to possibly charge these guys next turn. And then I've got one of my crew here behind this barrel, in case he gets charged by here, as well as Drongo King behind, and Pinklet holding back. For this combat I'll be going first because I charged, so I'll be hitting you on 4s, with white being the sword. Hit with my sword once. I do a wound. Jess has a parry, which you can parry on a 5, so see if I parry? You do, so now you hit me back. You hit, so I can't parry. So you try to wound me now. You do. See what happens. I'm knocked on my back. Lindstedt and Pod are going to be disembarking. He's going to be running as well as she is. Pod and Lindstedt ended up by here. The cart stayed still. She moved here as well as the pikemen behind the tent. Getting ready probably for an ambush from behind. Mitten will be trying to shoot my leader, who is holding the prince. He is in range, so that will be a... and then cover for a 6. That's a miss.
2 crossbows.
2 crossbows now. Miss, miss. Come to Jess's turn. None of the guys are going to march, they're just going to move or stay still. She moved guys around this tent, and the crossbow guy just moved to the edge. Her crossbow is going to try and fire into Korana. She's hitting on a 6. She hits. She wounds, so you've got an armor save, Matt. You pass. We've got combat now to see if she stamps on my head. So I'll roll 2 dice. And she does. So that's an experience for him. It's back to me. This guy with the pistol is going to try and charge into the guy here with a halberd. And this guy with the pistol here is going to try and charge into his witch. I think that is all I'm going to charge, because I just want to sacrifice 2 guys. Because if I put all my guys there, I think I'll probably die to his her dark elves. So he got intercepted by Jess's leader, and this guy made the charge here. Stephanie moved behind the wall, and these guys moved here, maybe to get a charge off next turn. My captain is moving here, try to get off the board with him. Drongo Kane and Pinklip by here, with a crew member in front of him, defending against the pikemen by there. But on this combat first, so I'll be rolling with white being my club. Hit twice. You have a pistol, you have a sword, so you can try and parry it on a 6, Jess. You don't. So it's a 3 to wound on the yellow. So I do a critical wound with my pistol. Critical wound of a 1, which is... a 1 is it hits a weak spot, you get no armor save. To see the roll, it takes you onto your stomach, so it's down. And then we come over to the witch combat. Same again, with yellow being the pistol. I have 1 hit with my mace. And I do a wound. See what happens. Knocks you onto your back. Okay, and now on to caravan turn. So these 2 are going to run, as well as she is, and this guy is as well. The cart is going to stay stationary. The caravan moved to here. Lindstedt and Pod moved into this gap. Pikemen moved along this wall. And Korana moved towards the lake. Mitten and the 2 crossbows are going to try and fire into my captain. So they need 6s, with white being the mitten. So miss, miss, and miss. Kays is going to charge into my crewman here. And then over here, we'll have the spear guy and the halberd guy charging into this guy. The rest are going to move or stand still or something. These guys got in there, as did that guy. And this guy moved up behind the wall. This crossbow guy is going to try and shoot at the cart. Okay, and she is short off a couple of inches. We're going to this combat first. The guy with the spear is going to strike first. Needing a 3 to hit, I think. So he hits. Does not wound. Then we go over to the other guy, who's got a halberd. So he's hitting on a hit, so see if he wounds on a 3. So he wounds, see what happens. He just knocked me on my back. So I'm knocking him on his back now. And then we come to this combat over here. So the guy with the sword and shield strikes first. You striking with just your sword, or are you going to use sword and dagger?
Sword and dagger.
Okay. So I think you hit me on 3s again.
Yeah, I just need
Okay.
white is dagger.
So hit me with the sword. Don't wound me though, so I'll be hitting you back. So I will strike with my dagger against the witch and my sword against the guy that just hit me. So the dagger is the white. So I hit with my sword. I don't wound with it. So now we go to your witch because she stroked last. She just got it. So she's hitting me on 3s. So she got 2 daggers. So that's another attack as well. So that's 2 hits. 1 wound with a 6+ save. I pass. Okay, for my charges, Drongo Kane is going to try and charge into this guy with the sword and shields. Then we're going to have Stephanie here, try and charge the same guy. Then the rest of the guys are just going to move. Both got in. So at the end of that, this boatswain is moved up here to protect him in case he gets charged over here. Pink Lip has done the same. This crew member has just backed himself into a corner. The captain is starting to move away, was baked by that. And that is it. This combat here, Drongo Kane is going to attack first, with yellow being his pistol. Misses twice. And then Stephanie is going to do the same. She misses twice. So then we move on to your Fellblade, Jess.
Like up against the wall.
Okay, she's going to attack Stephanie, so you need 3s. So she misses. Then you move on to your witch, who can only attack my crew member. So he needs 3s, that's 1 hit. That doesn't wound. Now I'm going to attack as well. So white is my dagger. So I hit with my mace. I wound with my mace. And I take her out of action. So, boop. So she's dead. The Fellblade with a spear is attacking my crew member. So he hits. Wounds. And he takes me out of action. So, boop. That's an experience for him. So all of Matt's characters, except for the wagon, is going to run, but the wagon is going to move. This is what it looks like after. Mitten is first going to fire into my captain. So he needs a 6 for long range and cover and movement. So he misses. Crossbow misses. Crossbow hits. Wounds. So I don't have my arm safe because it's +1 strength. It takes him out of action. So, pop. So the prince is now being dropped. This guy here is going to charge into my crew member. The guy with the spear is going to charge into my boatswain. And the guy with the halberd is going to charge into Pink Lip. Everyone got in. Jess's leader moved to the entrance of that tent, and the guy up there didn't move. We will be doing this combat first, so the Corsair hit me on 5 first with its crossbow pistol. She misses, and now she's got her dagger, hit me on 3. That was a miss. So then my guy gets to attack it, so white will be the dagger, so hitting on 4s, misses. Then, so we're doing this combat next, who are you going to attack? Okay, so she'll be attacking Stephanie, hitting me on 3. Hits, wounding on 4. Does not wound. So I'm going to hit with Drongo Kane first, white being the dagger, hitting on 4s. And then Stephanie hits on 5s, 2 hits, wounding on 4s. 1 wound, she have a 6+, that's a 5+ armor now because your shield. She failed. I take you out of action with Stephanie. So Stephanie's killed you. And she gets an experience point. Be moving on to this combat now with Spear. So Jess will be hitting me on a 3. So she hit on a 3, now she's got her wound. She doesn't wound. So I'll be hitting back, white being my dagger. Hit with my sword. No, my dagger I mean. I do not wound though. So you move on to the next combat. So that is a halberd attack. So you hit me on a 3. So you hit me. Now you wound me on a 3. Don't wound me. Now Pink Lip, white being the Dagger again. Hit with a dagger. I don't wound with it. At this stage, I'm going to voluntarily route. I don't think I'll actually have a chance of repicking this up with the Cartier coming up, and also dealing with the Dark Elves, so I'm just going to pull back and watch them fight it out. This is what it looks like with my guys removed. So on to the caravan's turn. And the prince has got a wander d6, so he's going to go that way 6 inches. Apparently he wants to go for a swim after seeing his best friend die. Everyone is going to run, except for the cart who's just going to move. Kurana ran up and claimed the prince. These 3 here, Linstead, Pod and the pikeman moved here. And the cart moved back and angled itself here. Try to get a clear shot on it as well. Mitten is going to fire into the captain for the Dark Elves. So 6 misses. Crossbow 1. Crossbow 2 misses. These 4 are going to run. The crossbow guy is going to stay still. And her guys ended up here, trying to take the prince off. Here. There'll be no charges for Matt. We'll get back to you when everyone else has moved. At the end of that, the cart ended up here. These 3 have tried to hide. Those 2 are fine to hide. This guy can still be seen. And she moved over here across the bridge. So Mitten is going to fire into the halberd guy. So he needs a 6. He misses. Crossbow. Misses and a crossbow. Hits. So he needs a 3. And he doesn't wound. Dark Elves have got no charges to declare. For some reason she's ran this way instead of towards the prince. And for the caravan team, this guy's just going to run off the board with his 8-inch move, and that means that Matt's won. Okay, as Matt won, he gets 5d6 gold crowns, so he gets a total of 17 gold crowns. On a 4+, he gets d3 swords, he doesn't. 5+, a suit of heavy armor, doesn't. Suit of light armor on a 4, he does get a suit of light armor. He gets a shield on a 4, doesn't. Helmet on a 4, doesn't. On a 5+, he gets d3 gems. Doesn't get that either. So unfortunately for Matt, he didn't actually get much. The pirate's death table thing. This guy safely is dead. He is dead. And then for my boatswain is alive. Now to see what happens to Jacob, White being the 10, it's a 32. And 32 is a old battle wound. Warrior survives on a 1. You have to roll d6 on a 1. He doesn't come to that battle. Okay, for the Dark Elves, we've got a hero guy. See what happens to him. 34, which means he's got a hand injury. He's got -1 to his weapon skill. Now for the witch, put her on him. See what happens to her. She gets a 23, who's got an arm wound. Now on a 1, she loses an arm, or she has to miss the next game or anything else. She's lost an arm. So now she's going to have an arm cut off her, because she got hit, I think, by the guy that died of mine. So serves you right, Jess. For the expiration chart, I will get triple 3s for a total of 10. So that will give me... I find a small farm, so my bracket counts as 1 smaller when sorting out the word, what's treasure in this. For example, if I have 10 to 12, I now count as 7 to 8 warriors. And for my dice roll, I get a total of 2 shards. For Matt's caravan, he gets a total of 2 5s.
15.
So he's got a total of 15, which means he will get 3 pieces, and for double 5s, he will get... He found burial ground, so he gets 2d6 gold coins, so he gets a total of 7 more gold coins to his pool. And Jess rolls 9, so that means that she'll get 2 shards like me, but nothing special. When it comes to selling our wordstone, or treasure, me and Jess are going to sell ours for 50 gold crowns, and Matt's going to sell all 3 of his for 60. 65. We forgot to do the advanced rolls. Stephanie leveled her, so I got to see what skill thing she's got. She got a 7, which is either +1 weapon skill or +1 ballista skill. Gonna make her weapon skill 3. And for the Dark Elves, Umric leveled up, so he's got a 7 as well. So he has got +1 weapon skill or +1 ballista skill. So she's chosen to give him weapon skill 6. So he's got weapon skill 6 now. For the pirates shopping thing, I'm going to buy back the crew member that died for 43 gold. I'm going to spend 3 gold crowns on a cat and 9 tails for my captain. Matt is going to trade his light armour for
Half the price.
half the price, so he sells it.
No, I don't know.
Oh, he's not selling it, okay then. Matt bought 2 sword and shield henchmen, and he also bought a magician, which he'll roll on the lesser magic for, which I'll do now. So we got a 3. So that is a single model within 12 inches of the wizard, must pass the leadership test or flee 2d6 inches away from the caster. If he flees, he must pass the test each turn after in his own movement phase, and will continue to flee until he passes a test. Those that cause fear or are immune to it are immune to it. Yeah, Matt also gave his light armor to Kurana. How do you say it? The woman on the horse. Okay, and Jess gave her she bought light armor and a helmet for Erica. And she's basically going to use the light armor to protect little stumpy stump arm. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Mordheim battle reports.